right, Pierra, how exactly would you say your entertainment business has been affected since the first case of coronavirus was confirmed in the country?
Well, just to be honest, first I got my tour cancelled, so you can imagine how devastating that is. It wasn't easy because I had many gigs lined up as a DJ, so there's lots of money. Thing we're doing is live, and it's not like it's paying much right now, so it's a bit difficult for us.
To touch on that live in just a bit, but I wanted to know, you have experienced the quarantine situation. Can you just bring us up to speed on how the experience was?
Well, now, when I came from the US, I had traveled through very many airports, and maybe the last 3-4 days, I had to hop in one airport to another trying to get a flight out to come back home. So I felt like I was also a bit exposed in terms of the virus. So I was very much prepared to go into quarantine. So when I came and, at the airport, you're asked, a few questions by the Minister of Health, and then they're like, okay, now you need to go into quarantine for 14 days. I didn't even panic. I was just like, I need it because I don't want to go to my family or my friends feeling like I'm exposed and I don't know my fate, so I accepted, and luckily I was able to do it at my place. The day I arrived, the following days when they said now people are going to do the quarantine in the government facilities. So I happened to do mine at home for the 14 days, and as much as it's at home, it is one of the most difficult things you can ever do because you can't go out, you can't interact with people and all that. So yeah, it was a bit difficult.
I can imagine. I would like us to go back to the social media DJing and tell me how exactly this works. Does it bring in any money?
Well, apart from the tips and probably the sponsorship that might come with it, like there's some brands that are putting they want, if for example you have a couple of followers or whatever it is that you're trying to put out there is interesting to people, basically the content that you have for people is exciting, and that means you have many people watching it, then there are people who are feeling, or rather brands that want to be associated with it, so they come on board. Well, I can't compare it to the normal sponsorships that we get, but it's a little money and it's worth it at this time. And then there is what people are calling tips. So like, for example, if I'm DJing and people are feeling my vibe, now they keep tipping and tipping like that. And that is more to the diasporans are the ones that do that a lot. And they do tip quite a lot. In terms of tips, like you can pata umepata, like a good amount of money. But I don't think that is sustainable. You need to pay rent, you need your kids to go to school and such things. So it's not, you cannot survive on tips at this moment.
And what about, what are your thoughts on President Uhuru Kenyatta making an order that 200 to 300 million shillings needs to be disbursed to artists? What are your thoughts around that?
First, I think that's a very honorable thing that he did because it's something that has been in conversation for years now. It's not something that happened because of this COVID-19 thing. Artists have been in conversations with the president for a while now through his ministry. The ministry is appointed for a while now. And I think it just came in at the time when there was this thing. And then I think the conversation about artists being supported came in as well. So it was a matter of timing. However, I don't think that the entire money came entirely from the president's office. I don't think so. I think some is just royalties, which is due to, it's artist rights. And the other one was just a cushion. Yes, the other one was just as cushion to help the artist. I listened to the conversation on social media about this thing. And I was like, I don't think, to be honest, the president was looking at people like me or, there are people who are doing well in this entertainment industry, but there are some who are really struggling on a daily basis to, and I think that money is meant for it's just a cushion money for people who are struggling. There are many people, there are acrobats out there, there are people who perform on a daily basis to get that 200 shillings. So I think that money is meant to support anyone who might not be able to support themselves at this time. And I think I'm waiting to see how it will be shared among the artists. But I'm sure we are all understanding at this point to realize that if you're doing okay, then let someone be helped, someone who's not doing okay. And also you might be looking at someone who you think, oh, this person is doing well, and they really are not doing well. And that's why there's a lot of mental cases going around, because people are keeping their own problems huko chini, you don't want to share, and then now you start struggling huko peke yako, and the next thing you're considering suicide. So I think it was a good move for the president to do that, and we should be happy as artists, and people should stop hizo dome za KOTs, that should stop. Let's appreciate what's there.
As we wind up, what would you say? What advice do you have for people in your industry, your fellow artists? Just a quick advice.
What I need to tell artists right now is that first and foremost, think of other ways to make money. Please keep to your artistry. Don't leave it. If you're a DJ, just keep DJing, keep practicing your art, keep doing, keep at it. But also look for other ways that you can make money. And also, this is the best time to innovate yourself. Can I say innovate? Like, look for a better you. Think of other creative ideas you can do. You have a lot of time at home. You have time to sit with your laptop, work on proposals, and
That's quite unfortunate, Pierra. Well, I guess we heard what she had to say.
Sorry?
Get you properly. It was a bit static.
Yeah. Oh, what I was trying to say, if you can hear me now, I'm trying to say this is the best time that one can take to rebrand as an artist. You have a lot of time. You're in your house throughout. You can work on proposals. You can work on a proper rebrand for yourself if maybe your current brand hasn't been working. So yeah, work on yourself, look for different ways to make money. And to be honest, there's room out there to make money. So look for that as an artist.
Thank you so much, Pierra. I really do appreciate it.